I want to address something. I don't have to, but I'm going to. This is what I need, because it's just the type of person I am. So let me address something quickly, real quick. Go on, give me something free. Petrol can. So let me address something real quick. I saw someone. I never know about this world of Reddit and all this shit. I see on YouTube someone was chatting shit and I had to correct them real quick. And it don't wind me up, but I do it because I want people to. It's like a film, right? Like, to me, if people, let's say for example, you're watching a film with me, yeah, and it's a film that I think is dope. It's hard, like, you know what I mean? I love it. It's sick, like, and then you're watching it for the first time with me, and then there's something you don't understand. I don't mind stopping the film to explain to you something, whatever it is you don't understand, so that you get the correct enjoyment. Do you know what I'm saying? You're not gonna understand if you don't understand something. Your whole experience of enjoying something is completely different. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it changes. And like, I know everyone, that I can see everyone saying Reddit hates CG, but I don't mind all that. I don't really care about that. But so someone said, let me try and find it, man. Let me try and find it. Oh yeah, so someone said, just a quick thought on PMoney's current relationship with MDM. I feel like there isn't much interaction between them anymore, which is false. From a viewer's standpoint, I come across like he's sticking with CG as they have much more to offer him, which is false. When it was MDM who really did introduce him to the city and showed him the ways. Now, this is where I say this is either someone who hasn't watched everything or has an agenda when he's watching. But this is what you need to understand. me being a part of anyone, whether I was a part of Chang Gang, Ballers, MDM, fucking, I could have joined fucking Lost for all I care. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't mean any relationships need to change just because I'm with someone. Like, fucking Curtis was Chain Gang and clapping BSK with the Mandem. Like, do you know what I mean? Seaside, I could have joined Seaside. Like, that doesn't change my relationship with MDM. Like, it doesn't, like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, that would never change. The same way I stayed on Wu Chang, and the first song I made when them lot left Wu Chang, the first song I made was with Molly. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, what are you even talking about? Do you know what I mean? Like, people don't understand. Sometimes I feel like people don't understand RP or they haven't been watching. So this is what I'm gonna break down. So what you need to understand is I have multiple relationships with different gangs, different cliques. For example, this guy said Mandem showed PMoney everything. Well, he didn't, because the first person who taught me about meth was Mario. Like, I was rolling. Does man not remember how I first met Mario? Like, the first person who told me about guns was Flippy and Mario via Vinny. We met Vinny at the tuna shop. You remember? We spoke to Tally and I was like, yo, Tally, I'm trying to make moves. And she introduced us to Vinny. And that's how we met Vinny. And Vinny was the first person who put us onto something that makes us stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah, remember I was saying I wanna be able to make laptops and radios, like, because I worked out people need laptops and radios. How do I, do you know what I mean? So trust me, I know I don't have to explain this, but I want to explain it in case there's anyone who is interested in raw. Like, how did we get to where we are now? Do you get what I'm saying? So this whole arc has been like very much a strong relationship with both Mandem, CG, and Ballers. The very first person I met when I came into the city was Mando. The first person to give me a car to drive around, Mando, when he was Ballers. This is why P has a quite a strong affiliation with Ballers, because the first person he linked up with was the ex-leader of Ballers, who helped him out with whatever he needed. Do you know what I mean? So that's why he has a strong affiliation with Ballers. Do you know what I mean? I was rolling with Mando. Mando was introducing us to people. That's why people forget when Vince got robbed by GSF, and the Mandem weren't sure if should they go to war or not. It was P that called Mando to go and link the GSF and get the G&E back for his dongle. Do you know what I mean? That's the kind of relationships P has with different gangs. Doesn't matter what gangs P's with. He has that relationship and that connection from the get-go. But yeah, things like meth, I was rolling with Mario Vinny introduced us to Flippy and Mario as the gun connects. We didn't know Vinny was the actual guy in character. We didn't know, but he introduced us to Flippy and Mario. In fact, even OOC at that point, I didn't know Vinny was involved. It wasn't until I raided Vinny shots. I raided shots, and OOC shots was like, "Yo, P, look at this," and showed us the bench, and he was like, "Oh, look, P thinks it's Flippy and Mario." Like, you see, do you get me? Like, that was sick. But yeah, whatever. Anyway, it was those guys that introduced me to the gun people. And when I was selling guns and saying to the Mandem, "Yo, I can get stuff. I can get you stuff, whatever you need, I can get you stuff." And do you remember Dwayne was pressuring me? He was like, who is it? Who's your connect? Do you know what I mean? And I was like, look, I'm not going to tell you no names. Yeah, cool, I push guns, I flip guns, but I'm not going to tell you no names. Do you know what I'm saying? So side by side with me rolling with the Mandem, I've been doing stuff with CG. Do you get me? Like, so for anyone, if you haven't been watching or think I've just suddenly jumped ship, it 100% hasn't been that. There's a whole storyline of rolling with both clicks side by side. You see me with Mandem a lot, but in terms of like the whole meth operation that I set up with Mandem came from Mario. We rolled with Mario for the day. We did our first ever weed run with Mario. We was rolling with him. We didn't even know we could get the nines for it. Do you get me? I've been with CG. We was rolling with Mario. The first time I learned about boxes was with Mario. I did a weed run with him. The next time I was rolling with Mario, he taught me about meth. The first cook I ever did was with Mario. And all the information I got from Mario, even the spot I gave Mandem was from rolling with Mario. Do you get me? I picked it up from Mario. Mario told me, Flippy used to push here. I can talk to him. He doesn't really push here no more. Take it. You know, you might have to put your stamp of approval on it, but I could talk to the guys and we could set you up. If you want, you can buy meth off us and push there. I took that to the Mandem and said, yo, I got a spot. Here's what we need to do. Yeah, do you remember me and Patar? Here's what we need to do, Patar. We need to cook our own meth. I'm willing to do that with you guys. I did that with Patar. I started that shit with Patar via CG, from getting that from CG. Even Patar growing weed, he was growing hella weed. And then we was talking about boxes, and I was saying to him, yeah, I've done weed runs with Mario, and I found out Afghan it gives you the best rep. It gives you the most money. Patar started doing that. We shared information. I was rolling with CG from the start. Like, it weren't just Mandem. It was CG the whole time as well. Do you get me? Like, all the cooks, figuring out the prices, all of that. I learned that all from Mario. And rolled with the Mandem, because they're my peoples. I share what I know with my peoples. Me and Patar always share meta. Do you know what I'm saying? So when people say things like, I feel like you've either forgotten, or you missed what's happened. Or you just don't know what you're talking about. You just chatting shit on Reddit. But I feel the need to get you to understand, so you actually enjoy and realize, raw, you know what? Slyly, anyone could have asked me. Anyone seriously could have asked me. But I tell you further, this is where things changed. So we did the whole meth thing with the Mandem. What else? Obviously, the first time I got paid 10K, that came from Randy. Does man not remember? At my performance, my first ever performance, and everyone was going sick. It was Randy that paid me out of his own pocket. That was Randy. Does man not remember? I mean, celebrating my first big 10K. That was Randy. P, don't let hoppers get to you. No, they're not getting to me at all. Bro, trust me. No one can get to me. Like, any regular person here, yo, big up Big and Darth for the sub. I appreciate you. Anyone who's a regular here knows you can't get to me. Do you know what I mean? But I like explaining, because it's like, to me, it's a show, bro. And if you don't understand the show, you don't enjoy it. You won't get to enjoy it the way I want you to enjoy it. So I want people to understand. Do you get me? Like, I could have joined Mandem and still had this relationship with CG. I could join CG, still have the relationship with Mandem. It actually doesn't change a thing. Nothing's changed. But what I'm not gonna have is people not understand the RP or miss out entire bits, like major bits. Like, CG have been helping PMoney massively. The whole meth thing, the whole weed thing, the whole drug, the whole gun thing, the entire gun operation, Thermite, that whole, look at my bank account. Listen, See my bank account, yeah? Before this is from making tracks. I already had this though. Does man not remember? I was up. Does man not remember the down payment we put on the house? Before we got a loan, we put down 100K straight, bang, slapped it down. Still had peas in the bank, even though we got the loan. That was from guns and shit. Then we did the tracks with the ballers, and do you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think you understand. Like, PMoney owes a lot to both CG and Mandem, which is why he never forgets the Mandem and never forgets CG and even ballers. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's one thing about this guy here. This guy here knows who's helped him along the way, and nothing's gonna change that. Do you see what I'm saying? Even for example, Wu Chang. The fact I'm Wu Chang, like, I already had the CG Connect. It was, you know what I mean? Like, man brought me there, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, man done brought me there in the first place. You know what I'm saying? But like, what else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so here's where it changed, because people were thinking, oh, like, what changed? Like, what happened? Like, what you need to remember is when the whole meth thing happened with the Mandem, P didn't get anything from it. He didn't gain anything from it. You know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't get paid. He got given some meth bags, which he gave to Zelda and Aladdin, because remember when Adam weren't around, he wasn't back yet. Wicked never had Prio, neither did Els. They were struggling. Obviously, I had this whole idea with Patar, but they were struggling. Sometimes Moses went around. They weren't around in a day. So I said, I trust Zelda and Aladdin. They're my people. Remember, I had a little click with them. You know what I mean? I was trying to help them make money. So I said, yo, I trust these lot enough to bring them in on the whole cooking operation. So Zelda and Aladdin helped cook for the Mandem. Now, I thought they might get forgotten about, right? Because that's normal, it happens. So when Patar gave me some bags, I gave them to Zelda and Aladdin. PMoney didn't make a thing from that whole meth operation. PMoney's made zero. We didn't do the meth run, and he didn't get anything from everyone pushing on that spot. He's made 0 P's. The spot that he gave them at, he's made 0. But that's fine, because in his eyes, they're his brethrens, and they've done bare stuff with him. They always try to bring him on stuff anyway, so he doesn't care. It's bless, it's nothing. But what changed is when the economy changed, and they brought in the whole new meth tables. The Mandem had their own setup. They got their own thing going on that PMoney completely not a part of. He's nothing to do with it. That doesn't mean that they snaked him. That doesn't mean anything. That means they're just moving as MDM. Yeah. The situation that he had with Adam when they were talking about coke, and then Adam was like, "Oh, I can't talk about it in front of Pete." Do you know what I mean? They're being MDM. Not wrong for that. But PMoney cannot sit around and do what? Like, sit on his bum and be like, "Oh, he doesn't know." You know what I mean? Like, what can he do? He's got to make moves. So that's all that's been happening. PMoney's made moves, but you can't say he hasn't been rolling with the Mandem. Do you know what I mean? You can't say that, because whenever man's called for certain things or to roll, like, it's been that. The man got crack. He went straight to them to show them, "Yo, I can get this. Can you get bricks? Yeah, bro. I'll sort it out. We'll talk." Dean went and had a meeting with Mr. K straight away, and do you know what I'm saying? So I don't know how people think like anything's changed. Like, nothing's changed, bro. We was gonna lick banks. Instead, we're doing it with NBC. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like some people just didn't know some of those things that I pointed out, or they've forgotten a lot of those things that you know what I mean? They've forgotten that shit happened. Like, CG has very much been helping PMoney from the start, just as much as Mandem. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, understand my character. My character he's been about. He's actually been about. He's actually done a lot more than people think. He's very well connected. Do you know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to clear that up anyway. With anyone, I don't care about Reddit, but if there's anyone in my chat that's regular and, like, you know, it's easy to forget. Bro, that happened, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, shit. He's known for Mario for fucking time. Cocaine, like, bro, cocaine. I knew about cocaine before Vivian brought it to these guys. Does man not remember the whole episode with Mario? Mario got us to take cocaine, and I was sprinting like a madman. And he was punching me, and nobody even understood how it worked. We was working out how it worked. Does it help your armor? Does it help your health? We was doing that. Do you remember that? We knew about cocaine before Vivian even brought it to the Mandem. Do you know what I mean? Like, Bro, I don't think you understand how much PMoney's actually done with CG members, different CG members, whether it's Flippy, Mary. Bro, Randy gave us the fucking the down low on all the moves. Yeah, first you do you could do a jewelry, then you do a fleeker, then you do a polito, then you do a vault, then you do a yacht. And I was like, what the fuck's a yacht? He's like, yeah, man, it's a boat you hit and then you do a casino. He gave, man, the whole entire drop. I watched Dean's stream the other day and his character's only just learning now about VR headsets and shit. Like, do you know what I'm saying? P already knew from Randy what's going on. And he's not even doing moves like that. There's a lot that P gets from both Mandem and CG. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Don't think like, CG have way more to offer. No, bro, they're both. They're both clicks that do sick shit. But recent events, P's just naturally been with CG. Do you know what I mean? He didn't ask to join CG, and CG didn't ask. They just seen what P's doing, rated it to the point where they're like, nah, man, we fuck with this guy heavy. Here's a fucking chain. You're our guy. We're going to back you to the death. When we had the Wu Chang meeting about MDM leaving and about what's going forward with Wu Chang, the moment I said to them, Mandem are my guys, they had every right to leave. Conversation done. And that's when I knew, no, they definitely rate me. They definitely appreciate me. Because they didn't say, fuck the Mandem, we're going to do, no, okay, cool. No, Pete, we hear you. They listened, bro. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, sit back, enjoy the show, man. But yeah, I just wanted to clear that up anyway, just in case people forgot. Sometimes you need a little recap. I feel like that. Sometimes I feel like you need a recap because people forget why RP happens, like why certain RP happens. Well, I don't, because I've got a decent enough memory. Where the fuck's my 6x6 truck, bro? What? Courthouse? Why is that at the courthouse? But yeah, sometimes I feel like people forget, so you need a recap. So that weren't me like, trying to explain, fuck Reddit and whatever. That's me giving you a recap to let you refresh your memory of why the recent events have happened. Do you know what I'm saying? I could have easily joined MDM. It could have been the same situation. Let's say we robbed the bank with MDM. We robbed the bank with MDM, we done a few things, and then MDM said, here's a chain. The same thing would have happened. I wouldn't have said no. The exact same thing would have happened. It's just, it's different. MDM are tightening their shit. They're doing MDM only stuff, which they should. You know what I'm saying? There was a few points P was a bit like, raw, they, you know, they're not really bringing me in on this. They're not really bringing me in on that. But it wasn't like some vendetta like, raw, they're not bringing me in. No, it was a thing of, okay, I need to go and make some moves. I need to make money. You know, he's not MDM, and that's how they should be moving. And I'm fucking glad they move like that, because look at them now. They've all got fucking bread. Bro, I swear down, the arguments they had compared to like now, bro, it's the best thing that ever fucking happened to them. You know what I'm saying? MDM, NBC, and CG doing shit or being intertwined in a certain way is fucking sick. You know what I'm saying? Like, one of my goals was to try and get like a mad vote. Me plus someone in CG, like Randy. I know Randy wanted to do shit with me, and then like 2 MDM guys, and then where's my car again? 2 MDM guys, and then 2 NBC, 2 MDM, and then me and Randy. That's what I wanted to do, like a vote where all the gangs are just kind of like involved. You know what I mean? It's like something sick like that. But yeah, man, for anyone who needed that recap, that's your recap. So don't think like, oh, this CG thing just happened overnight. The relationship's been there, man. It's actually fucking been there. Like, I don't think you understand how close me and Vinny are. Like, P respects Vinny as the guy. Like, P first started making money because of Vinny. When Vinny revealed himself as the leader of Chaos and the bench guy, P realized, oh my God, like this whole thing of selling guns and thermite, every penny I made from that came from Vinny. You feel what I'm saying? It came from Vinny, bro. Literally. So he's just got mad love and respect for Vinny, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that don't mean just because like PMoney is with the chain gang doesn't mean he's not fucking rolling with the Mandem or the Mandem can't holler him. That's not the case at all, bro. That is not the case at all, bro. That is not the case at all. I'm down to ride, boy. You know what I'm saying? Somebody needs to get clapped. This car is fast. Oh my God.